Yes.
Kerry Atherton, how are you, girl, out
Hi,
there?
John. How are you?
Oh, going well, thank you. Life's good.
Great. Great.
So, been a long time, Kerry.
I know. A few
So,
minutes.
question number three, video number three in this three-part series that we've done today for our lunch and alone, about self-care. So, let's give people, say, two or three big things, Kerry, that they can do. And we sort of covered off on a few of them in video too, and that's stay connected and ask for help. More specifically though, and I love what you said before we started this video, you did some breathing training this morning. There's probably one area of self-care that you can do. Actually, let's go back a step. Why is self-care important during COVID-19?
Because it's such a huge time of uncertainty. And as humans, when we don't know what's going on, the emotions just run absolutely right and can rule our life, can put us in danger. If we're too sad, we can slump into a depression. If we become too frustrated and angry, we're seeing people fighting over toilet paper and all kinds of things out there that, the emotions are heightened. So it's about self-care is so important to keep our emotions regulated.
That's right. Like the train, not the roller coaster.
That's right. Don't try not to ride the roller coaster at this time. Ride the train.
I like it.
Try and keep as level and as calm as possible.
Absolutely. So how can you do that? How can you do that from a self-care perspective? So you did some breathing training this morning, and I'm big on breathing training, as you know.
Yeah.
What did you learn?
Well, I've done, this is the second course of the breathing. It's a 4-week course. And I did the breathing training because I have a lot of pain in my body. And that's something too, when you're going through these types of things and you're living with pain, it's just an extra stressor on the body. And pain makes us very intolerant of the smallest of situations, let alone when big things like this happen. So I'm doing the breathing training to just help me keep calm, to reduce the pain levels in my body. And because I have suffered also from PTSD and anxiety quite a bit,
Right.
and to also help me through those times. Breathing is just such a remarkable tool to reduce anxiety and reduce stress.
I'm with you. And we teach it in our public speaking courses, Kerry, of course, because breathing oxygenates your brain. Your brain's the biggest user of oxygen in your body. And without that, you'll never be able to think clearly. And until you can regulate your breathing, you can't actually speak clearly because you're only speaking on your out breath at the end of the day. And until you can sort of breathe and talk and regulate that under a bit of duress in a public speaking space, it's really hard to. I know that for me, I used to do public speaking.
What are you saying, Anton? I can't even.
Yeah, that's right.
If we talk too fast, we'll run out of breath.
Absolutely.
Humour. Bring a bit of humour in it at this COVID-19 time.
We've got to laugh, girl. We've got to laugh.
Yeah, that's big. That's big.
And I remember that. I used to lose my voice. Like I lose my words.
Oh wow! Okay.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Standing in front of people trying to talk and nothing's coming out. It's a weirdest thing. So some people talk fast, some people get sweaty, some people get heart palpitations, some people whatever. In these fear situations or anxiety situations, I used to lose my breath. So I went on a mission to understand that. So now I sort of train people how to breathe through the fear and the anxiety of public speaking, and it just helps in life. And I use it every day. I've used it today. Pouring.
I know, it's great, isn't it?
Beautiful. So that's one area.
It grounds us.
Oh, very much so. Very much so. So that's one area of self-care. If you do nothing else, just breathe and oxygenate your body and relax your body and oxygenate your brain. Helps with physical pain as well as just clarity of thinking, so you can actually process what's going on for you at the moment. And you'll feel more relaxed. I'm here, as you know, like breathing.
100%, yeah.
And then if you add breathing to a little bit of stillness and a bit of quietness, we start calling that meditation. And you can really find some answers and get to know yourself a little bit better.
That's right. Getting to know. Okay, just had to add that in.
Love it.
Something else that I found is been amazing since this time is getting outside. Now,
Mm.
I love outdoors, but I used to only really go outdoors and spend time outdoors when I would go out, like to the beach or for a coffee outside or something.
Mm.
Inside our houses, staring at technology and everything is positive ions, and they're the bad ones. And when we go outside and get fresh air, nature, staring at the trees, that actually counteracts the bad. The negative ions outside counteract the effects of the positive ions, which is technology, lights, and being indoors. So huge health benefits for getting outside. So I've been almost living outside while we've been on COVID-19. And the added benefit of that is the gratitude of just staring at the trees and the sky. And I just feel so much happier.
Wow. Go you.
I know.
That's so cool. So you're breathing, you're spending more time outside. What's say number 3 for people? What else? So you just said on that last video that you actually went away and found yourself for a few days. You've sort of distanced yourself from social media a little bit, and you just went and had some quiet time because you're an extrovert and you're missing that extroversion and the physical touch and the connection. What did you discover about yourself? Am I allowed to ask that? Have you sort of had some discoveries?
I think that when we're on so many social platforms and we work in the industry where we're helping care for other people, there's so many voices and so many distractions coming at us. And I think that unless we spend periods of time alone and in silence, we can actually lose ourselves. We lose our focus. We can become detrimental to ourselves by giving out too much. And it's the old analogy of, I'm going to show you this that I bought to help me with mindfulness. But I mean, that's empty at the moment. That's full down there. But if I'm trying to give out of there, I've got nothing to give out. If I've been spending copious amounts of time giving out to other people without filling myself back up. So if we're not full, we're giving nothing of quality out to other people.
So what I'm hearing is clear your mind a little bit. So whether it's disconnecting from all of the news, social media, whatever, and just get to know yourself again and ask you, maybe get a bit deeper and just, how am I feeling at the moment? Well, and that's emotional intelligence. What emotion am I feeling right now? To put some names on it and then say, why am I feeling like that? That's
right. And journal it.
And write stuff down.
If you're feeling bad,
I'm a crazy
identify. Yeah. Identify why am I feeling, what emotion am I feeling? Is it over 5 out of 10? Like, am I 10 out of 10 angry? And then sit down and write down what you're thinking about at that time, and you'll get to why you're feeling that bad. While you're writing it out, you're actually processing it at the time, which will be bringing the emotional level down to a safer place. So we need to aim for under 5 out of 10 to keep our emotions regulated. And then we're riding the train and not the roller coaster.
Flat, girl, flat. I love it. I love it. So we started off with breathing. Then the second one was, what was the second one that we said?
Being outdoors, spending time
outside. And then the third one was disconnect, become emotionally intelligent, and dig a bit deeper and understand what's going on inside for us, so that we and then write that stuff down so we can get it out of it inside and put it on the outside so we can see it, and then we can process it a little bit because we can see it. And we now know that there's a fourth learning style. It's not just seeing, hearing, or touching. It's actually writing. Reading and writing is now finally, after all these years, a learning style.
Yes. And the big one again is, don't do life alone.
Don't do life alone.
There will be somebody out there that will offer you help. And if they don't, go out and just keep asking till you find somebody to talk to, because doesn't matter who we are, we all need support and we all need encouragement. And we all need to hear someone else's perspective to get out of our own heads. Because often what we're listening to isn't real. We've catastrophized. So we need the voice of logic and reason of other positive people in our life.
I love it, like you. Thank you.
Thank you, Anton.
Been a pleasure.
Great.
Kerry, always is. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you. We'll see you online or somewhere, probably on LinkedIn more likely. I'll have these up within a day or two. So.
Okay. See ya.